Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. I need your help, and I need your help in a major way because only the American people can help me with the problem that I have. I'm going to show you what I uncovered and what I'm trying to get out. And the government and the industry that I'm going against with this is doing everything they can to shut me down, keep me quiet. So all my efforts to bring out what I uncovered has been shut down in every avenue, and so I need your help, the American people. I need you to pass this on and get other people to help, because what I uncovered affects all of us, every single person. Why should you help me? Why should you continue? Because if we don't get this out, we're going to pay a very heavy price. And once you're done hearing everything I have, I assure you, you will agree with me. The other reason is, I'm one of the good guys, okay? And I care what happens to the people. I care what happens to this planet. I care, about human life, period. So please listen to what I have to say, and the way you can help me is by passing this on and trying to get everybody involved, so either the media or the government is going to be forced to take a look at this. And once they do, I assure you, this is a promise coming straight from me. You will never feel embarrassed that you supported me, and you will never regret that you supported me in trying to get this done. If anything, when it is all said and done and everybody understands what I'm talking about, you can be proud that you helped me, because you're helping yourself too. Let me get to the crux of what it is. I've been racing cars for roughly 4 decades. I've been racing cars before I was able to get a driver's license legally. I've traveled around the country, raced at many different tracks, and so racing for me is a kind of a way of life. I live, eat, and breathe it. I was on the internet, and I had somebody ask me if I heard about a major raid that had happened in California with nitrous oxide. Now, I've been racing cars for 22 years with nitrous. I've been racing cars, like I said, way longer, but about 22 years ago I started racing with nitrous oxide. I'd like to give you a little bit of information on that so you understand what it is. Nitrous oxide, when it's put on a car, will accelerate the car depending on the size of the shot of nitrous you put on and the way you do the motor. You can range in horsepower from 50 horsepower to, there's a video on YouTube. I think if you type in 3,200 horsepower nitrous, it'll show you that this car, when it sprays the nitrous, it is injecting 3,200 horsepower just in nitrous, besides the horsepower of the engine of the car. So you got these motors out there pushing 7,000 to 8,000 horsepower, and yeah, they can go up to a big shot of 3,200 if they need to. So nitrous is a very, very huge business. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people have these systems on their cars. And the amount of nitrous that is sold in this country and out of this country is staggering. And the reason that nitrous is so big is because it's a very cheap power additive. And what I mean by power additive, you have superchargers, you have turbos, you have other ways to add something to your car to increase the horsepower. Nitrous does the same thing as, it increases your horsepower. So these are power additives. The reason a lot of people went for the nitrous is because it is extremely cheap to make your car go much faster than any other additive out there. Any other way you do it, it could cost you thousands of dollars. To add nitrous to your car, it could cost you, ballparking it, it could be up or down, depending on what you're buying, $500 to $600. You can put this kit on your car and increase the horsepower depending on what size shot you buy. And what I mean by shot is when you hit the button and it sprays nitrous into the engine, the jets that are in there, depending on which ones you put, if you hit the button and you have a jet for 50 horsepower, that's what it will spray, enough to give you 50 horsepower. If you have a 200 jet in there, when you push the button, it will spray enough to give you 200 horsepower every time you push the button. That's just to give you a rough idea of how this works. Me personally, like I said, I ran for 22 years with it because it's a very exciting thing. I mean, anybody who's put it on their car, it's very exciting. And in the last decade, the movie industry has came up with movie after movie after movie of all these racing movies, which featured nitrous oxide in the movies, to show you just how great this stuff is. And at one time, it was pretty much just racers or race cars will put nitrous on their cars. But then when it came known that they had a system that you could put on any stock car, you can go buy a car right from the dealership and put a system on there. And if you stay with like a 125 shot, you can use it on your car all you want, pretty much. You don't have to change the timing. You don't have to do anything to the engine. Once you pass 125, 150, you have to start doing different things to make the engine be able to handle what the nitrous is going to do. But because they have such a low horsepower system, you can put this on a basic stock car and turn your car into an incredibly fast car. And these kids found out, and they went out and they, I mean, YouTube is going to be a big help in explaining and showing you the evidence of what I'm trying to show you. So now you understand a little bit about the nitrous. So somebody had asked me, did I hear about this raid in California with nitrous oxide, and I went to check it out. And like I said, everything I'm trying to explain to you, you can go on YouTube and look at it for yourself and see that all my facts are right. When I'm done explaining to you what I uncovered, you will be able to verify everything I'm saying 110%. There'll be no doubt on what I'm saying. That I promise you. So, when I went to see about this raid on the internet, it turned out that there were 350 federal agents, or I should say 350 officers were involved with this raid. This is how big it was. It was considered to be the largest raid on nitrous oxide thus far. They've never busted something this big. And they were going after the illegal users who were using it for huffing rather than using it what it's intended for. And when I saw that, I just decided to watch the video. I was like, wow, 350 officers involved, and the feds were running the entire thing. The Attorney General of LA was there, the head of the EPA. The EPA was actually the one running the entire thing because nitrous oxide falls under their jurisdiction only. It's not considered a controlled substance. So it falls under the FDA, and there are laws there to keep people from using it the wrong way. But I watched the video, and you can watch it too on YouTube, of all these top people speaking at the press conference about the raid. I mean, you know, the media was asking them, and, you know, wow, for nitrous oxide, which is pretty much, I don't want to sound like I'm demeaning it, but it's not considered I guess, a really bad drug. So the stiffest penalty that they can charge you with if you do something wrong with it is just a misdemeanor. It's a fine, and that's it. You're done. Yeah. And so our people, I guess, figure with such lenient law, there's a lot of money to be made out there, and so I guess it got out of hand, and they performed this raid. So when you go watch the conference of the raid, the Attorney General is on there saying to the media, because they said, why would somebody of, you know, your office, you know, the head of the Attorney General, be involved with this type of raid? And the EPA and all the other federal agencies and 350 agents, you know, his answer stunned me. His answer was that the reason the Attorney General and the EPA was involved in heading and spearheading the whole thing was because nitrous oxide is one of the most deadliest greenhouse gases to the planet. Now, please listen to me. I need you to follow me, because the way I'm telling you this, it's going to seem like I'm going in one direction, and you'll be like, oh, this is about greenhouse gas or climate change. Please, you got to listen to the end so you know where I'm going. I'm not getting in the middle of climate change. I'm not getting in the middle of all these debates. But when I heard this, it led me into that world of, you know, climate change and everything else. Because when I heard this Attorney General and I think her name was Lisa Hartshell. She was from the head of the FDA there. When they were explaining how dangerous nitrous oxide is to the atmosphere, and by these people huffing it and releasing it into the air, they're damaging our planet in a very, very big way. So they were involved in charging these people with environmental crimes. Excuse me 1 second. I don't know if I'm able to show this cup, so I'm just going to block the camera a second. So when I heard this, I was like, wait a minute. This can't be the nitrous oxide that I used to race with. You know, hold on 1 second here. I went out of focus for some reason. Sorry about that. I don't know why I went off. Just me. So anyway, when I heard all them talking all this, I said, can't be the nitrous oxide that I deal with or I race with, because, again, YouTube will provide all the information and facts that I'm going to show you, you know, and prove. I think I'm going to have to do this in 2 videos, because I'm not sure how much time my videos are allowed to be. So I'm going to continue this on a new video. Please continue on, because this is just unbelievable. And I'm sure you'll feel the same way when you're done hearing what I have to say. Thank you. Please go to the next video.